Hello, I hope you're well. Today I'm excited to talk to you about DxO FilmPack 8, which is a film emulation software by DxO. And you can take your digital photo, apply some film emulations. So some of them it like mimic films like KD Max or Kodachrome, and then you can also apply some kind of grain to them, or you can update the intensity of it and apply some other effects like light leaks and things like that. So the reason I'm doing this video is somebody from the companies contact me and ask me if I want to make a video about their products. And because it was something I really enjoy using in a trial version, but I couldn't afford it at the time, I said yes. And to be transparent, they offer me free license and also some discount, 15% discounts to any of their products for you if you want to buy it. And you can find more details below. And so today I'm going to give you a tour of the software, a tutorial of the steps I follow to make my edits, and also I show you some final images. And if it is your first time in my channel, welcome. But if it is not, you know that I have an interest in film photography, traditional alternative photography processes, try to edit like film emulations on the camera, and also sometimes I try to do what the software is doing, and I tried to do that with Python, and I was kind of working and it was interesting to share with you. But then I was like, although I managed to make it in my taste, I become a little lazy. And I think that's where this software can be useful for my workflow because I quite like effects like Kodachrome and some black and white things, and I like vignetting. And although I use Photoshop elements, the vignetting there is kind of hard to me to apply. And maybe I will make this part of my workflow, but we'll see. So let's see the steps I told you today, and then I'll come back with some closing thoughts. So after I open any file in my browser with right click, it can I can open the software and it can take me here. And first, this is not the image shot by the camera. I first open it with Photoshop Elements, the software I'm using for editing. I open the raw file there and did all my settings on my liking, and just save the file as JPEG, and it starts here. So before I show you my workflow with FilmPack, let's have a tour around the software. So here we have some say like the basic settings, and you can have like the toolbar to be there or not. I hide it so it opens every time. There here you have like save, compare, zoom, modify, browse, display, hide controls, and this navigator and also histogram. And below here you can have like 338 different presets. For me, I can then go like to the filters and have color, black and white, legacy film, negative film, slide films, designer presets, digital films, cinematic films, time machines, and my presets. And usually, like now, I have like the favorites I have. We can sort and search. And for me, because I like shooting film and I like some film simulations, I select some favorites I have. It's like I can use also film simulations in other software, and I know that I like Kodachrome and Kodak's D Max in black and white, and I discovered in the software that I also like Agfa Ultra Color and some other ones. And the next step, if you select the one you like, you can go to customize, and from this one, I don't use all of them, but I in my let's go what choices we have. So we can have like how strong we need the effect. We can have grain, split toning, some development settings, which because I already have my image in my likeness, I didn't try this yet. We can select different frames, and I quite like this analog roll, but I will come back to that on this. We can add some texture, light leak. We can have less lens effects. And for me, I haven't tried filters yet, but I don't know what I will try in the future. In all the photos I'll show you later, I add creative vignetting because I also mentioned in other of my videos that is something I like. I really like vignetting in my photos. I don't know why. But I like vignetting which is not so strong. People hardly see it, but it kinds of make you look more in the center of the image. And also there is something like a time machine which shows automatically different settings, but I haven't used it because I don't know, I find it confusing, but in filters also you have the category like time machine where you can find different like ancient things or history through the photography. And what two things I like is if you click here, or you can have it automatically, it pops like for the ultra color, it pops information about the film. And if it is somebody like them, if you're somebody like me, you it's really informative and nice because I like these film simulations mainly like to remind actually the film, not like presets. At least for now, I don't know what about the future. Not presets that are not connected to films. So I like the story of the film, and because I love photography in general and analog photography. And the second thing is in time wrap, it opens like I don't know if I can show you now. I'll come back later because it opens different historical moments about in photography, and it gives samples of photos and tell a story about it. So, but it's hard for me recording and showing you that. So I screenshot one to show you an example. I will come back to that later. And so if we now go through the workflow, so now, yes, so now you can see like the effect of agfa ultra color, and we can control D to see before and after. So you see how strong is the effect here. But for this specific photo, I find I quite like a Kodak color chrome. And look at the browns. And I think for this type of photo, look at the browns here, how beautiful it makes it. So the first step for me is to select the film preset I like, just simply by selecting it here. And as I mentioned before, I know my favorite ones are like Kodak Chrome style, and I also like the sample homography, but I'm not sure if it is optimal for this photo. But you see, it makes it give us a film effect. So we stick for this one the Kodak Chrome. Then what I'll do next step is go to customize, and you can also the rendering you can play on how strong you want the effect. So you can notice that like the colors are popping a little more here, and if you go to the extreme, here it's going like review and not. But for me in this case, I'm happy with 100% close. Grain, if you notice here, I don't know how possible it will be in your screen, but there is some grain here. It's you need to see it on the screen. It's not so strong here. Sometimes I'm leaving it, sometimes not. If it is too strong, I remove it because in general I'm not so fan of grain, but sometimes I like it. Yes, if we go like to the frames, I really love this one, but I want to make it like this. Sorry, rotating. And sorry, you see before and after. And also I like the I try a couple of cameras like a Sprocket Rocket from Lomography, and also another one, the Blackbird Fly, where it gives you the chance to leave the sprockets. And even like in the film, the real film photos, I quite like this as an effect when I can do it. And the next thing, okay, you have also, I don't remember if I mentioned before, light leaks, and also add some texture. But I don't want to add now, but you can understand it's like sometimes you can add some paper gray. Yeah, you can see like it's different effects. Or Yes, but I'm not sure how much I use this one. And light leaks. Okay, let's try also some light leaks. I couldn't see the big effect here, but then yeah, this one is not so obvious here, but yes, this one is much more obvious. And you can control different settings positions. Sometimes light leaks can be nice, and actually this one is not too bad. If we go like randomize, yeah, it's not too bad. But I'm not giving it for this photo. Then yes, then you can have like oh, that's cool. It's not only cool. I honestly didn't try this before. So it's something I should, yeah, something I should try more. Maybe it's also interesting in black and white photography. But what I tried in all the photos I will show you in a minute is the creative vignetting. And I don't like the white one, but I like the black one. And that's my workflow. Yeah, the grain starts getting a little stronger here, I think. Oh, yeah, we have it so. Yeah, I think it's better without it. I'm also experimenting with you. And then it's like, then you go here and simply you go save and you export the image as you wish. So I think that's a tour and like a tutorial thing. Let's now, as I promised, I want to show you one screenshot from this time wrap, and then I will show you sample photos. Okay, this is the screenshot I promised you, and you can see like it shows a photo here, and it's like it says here matching rendering 1910 New York City, and gives some information. And it's like the fourth out of 7 part from this period, and it has different periods you can select below. But for some reason, I don't know why it didn't fit perfect in my screen. But still, it allows me to select the different periods, and I want to go back to explore it because I have an interest in the history of photography and films, and so I think this will be really interesting. So after that, let's go through the actual photos. This one I took a few weeks ago or months, and I was really I'm putting this here because it's showing the effect of Kodak Chrome 200 more, like in the blue, and you can see the vignetting. This is before and this is after, and this is the kind of things I like to include in my photos. It's small changes, but it gives a different feeling, and Kodak Chrome is one of the effects I like. In this one, I also, this is like for a few weeks ago, but again I put it because I think it shows the Kodak K80 Max 100 effect nicely. The grain is a little more stronger because when I was looking at the software, the screen was much smaller. So I don't know if I keep it, but it's giving the effect of the filming effect, which is not bad. Again, same old photo, because I wanted to show the effect of the K80 Max. And then I'll start showing it to photos I took today, the day of the recording. And this one I was thinking this blue, and I was thinking like I want to make the blue pop up a little more in a filmic feeling. And this is Agfa Ultra Color 100, which was something I haven't used before. In like the film simulation software I try, because I was using Python and try to mimic something like that myself. But so I have some LUTS, is I'm saying some this term, I think it's called LUTs, and you can find some free of them, and you can using in different software, free software or not. But so then that's how I knew that I like Kodak Chrome and K80 Max. So in this one, which kind of type of subjects I like photograph, if we go here, you can see the effect. It is small, it's not huge, but it makes the colors the way I really like, and the vignetting here. Yes, this is the photo I saw you in the other software. I quite like it. I was surprised that I saw this one. It's like in a coffee place, and they make this machine to like a table to have your coffee. And I added the Kodak Chrome effect, 200, and you can see how beautiful it is. It doesn't feel like the old Instagram filters when it is obviously a filter and it totally changed the photo. This is like a smooth, nice photo. The colors are different filming. We have the vignetting, we have this, but still it doesn't feel like something totally artificial. And I hope it's clear in most of my photos. I didn't make the effects too strong. This again before and after with a Kodachrome 200. Same for this one. This is the after. This is the before. I like these changes. In this one it will be a little before and after again with a Kodachrome 200. And we see like in colors like blue or yellow, the chrome effect is getting stronger. It doesn't happen in all the colors. But here like again before and after we have the vignetting and also the brown becoming a little more different on chrome. This one I have first Kodak T-Max 100. Nice black and white film simulation. And I also added the lomography color negative 400 because I don't know how. You see the red here, it's a kind of darker. And you see how it pops. It pops quite strongly. And I quite like it and I thought why not share it. This is again before, after. And it's the Agfa Ultra color 100. And it's in the description it was saying that it was it's kind of more bright colors and vibrant, and you see how it changes this. And when I saw this like when I took the photo in the morning today, I have in mind that I'm going to apply something like that, but I wasn't sure. I was thinking more like a chrome, but this I like much more this how it looks in this case. This one before, after. And again is the Agfa Ultra Color 100. You can see the grain is getting stronger. And I like how it changes this area. And also, if you notice this pinky, how it becomes like that. And this kind of change color. And we have the grain, which is strong, but it's not annoying in this case. And it was feeling kind of empty in these edges. And this adds some, I think, some useful information. And although I could have applied a filter in a software like Python, if I have it in LUTs, I'm not sure how the grain can work as good as this case, and definitely it will be much harder to add something like that. And then from here, again we have a Agfa Ultra Color, but 100, but I make it a little not so strong, like when I can control the intensity. And I like how this changes. But this one, yeah, if you leave it to 100%, it goes too strong change. But the blue, it goes looking really nice. This one from here to Kodak K-Max 100. This one from here to this one. And it's Kodak Chrome 25. And this area, if you look, it starts getting a more vintage feeling. And this are changing the pink. And also in this chrome, the Kodak Chrome works nicely on these areas. This type of colors. This one I asked the guy, he was having a break, if I'm allowed to take a photo. And I make it a Kodak KD Max and I add the vignetting, but I also add this like old paper effect. This is not something I will use frequently before and after. But in some cases like that it adds. And as I mentioned, I think I mentioned before, it's like it doesn't look like the fake like old Instagram filters. It looks like something, an old photo possibly, but yeah, okay, here it is too good if you have this effect, but still I like it. And it's a lot of experiments, and I need to experiment more for sure. This, get the Agfa Ultra Color 100 here. It gives it some life, it makes it more warm. I don't know, I like it. Okay, I think that's all for the sample photos, and I will come back with some closing thoughts. Okay, I hope you enjoy what you have seen, and it's really what I feel, what I'm telling. If it was something negative, maybe I will have gone back to them and tell them, you know something, I don't want to make this video because I didn't like your product. And for me, this is what I'm doing here is more like a hobby. So it was really exciting when people come to me to ask me to do this. And the extra thing for me is like, it is something I will maybe possibly include in my photos because it was kind of easy. And I kind of like the effects as I mentioned of chrome. And the other, the one that is makes the color the ultra something, it's something I maybe consider because in some cases you want to have like a chrome thing, which is like make the colors muted, but then you want the colors to be brighter. So we'll see. And for the black and white, I only include one here because I love so much black and white photography, and I think I wouldn't be able to decide between the different combinations. So I just go for one to make things simple. And then maybe in the future I will also try filters. And I like these holes on the edges because, as I say, I'm using the sprocket rocket and I like to include it. You have like in these cameras, you have the choice to remove them by applying a mask, but I leave them on the films because I like them. And also in the Blackbird Flight, it's the same. You can have like photos with or without them. And I'm also thinking even to apply something like that in Holgas because I have a big Holga, 120, and I asked my brother to print 3D print something that I can put on the sides, so I can take like use 35mm film instead of 120, and I want to include them also as effects. So it's nice that I can do this digitally. I don't know. I was really happy for that. And as I say, it is my honest thought. But if you like what you have seen as a software, my suggestion is to go and try a trial for a month. And if it is something you enjoy and you think it can be useful for your workflow, then you can use my code to get a 15% discount. So that's the part, all the things that I wanted to tell you about the software. And also, if you like my video, please leave a comment below so that can make other people see the video in their feed. And also, you can subscribe and like my video. Have a good day, and thanks very, very much for staying until now. It was a little longer video, but I think I was trying to be honest and have fun. And I really enjoy making this video because actually I told them it will take from a few weeks to make it, but I just started playing today and I thought that's it. Have a good day. Bye for now.